Nobody saw this coming. Welcome to Gooner's Report, your trusted source for Arsenal updates, analysis and fan reactions. Subscribe now and join the Gunners community. Arsenal forever. One of the most highly anticipated fixtures on the Premier League calendar is here once again, as Arsenal and Manchester United renew their historic rivalry at the Emirates Stadium on Sunday afternoon. This is a clash loaded with narrative, pressure and momentum on both sides. Arsenal come into this game sitting comfortably at the top of the Premier League table, holding a huge 15-point advantage over Manchester United and a 7-point lead over both Manchester City and Aston Villa. Even after a frustrating 0-0 draw away at Nottingham Forest last weekend, the Gunners still managed to extend their lead thanks to slip-ups elsewhere. And if there were any doubts about Arsenal's sharpness, they were firmly answered on Tuesday night. Mikel Arteta's side travelled to Milan and delivered a statement performance, beating Inter Milan 3-1 at the San Siro. That result confirmed Arsenal's place in the Champions League last 16 and restored confidence after 2 goalless league draws. The finishing was back, the energy was back, and the belief was back. Now attention fully turns back to domestic duty and a huge test against Manchester United. United arrive in North London in improved spirits after a surprise derby win over Manchester City. That victory not only boosted their own top 4 hopes, but also helped Arsenal at the top. The Red Devils now sit 5th in the league, just 1 point behind Liverpool in 4th, meaning they come to the Emirates with confidence and something to fight for. From an Arsenal perspective, this game is about control, authority, and maintaining momentum. In terms of team news, Arsenal are still dealing with a few injury concerns, particularly in defence. Piero Hincapié remains unavailable. The Ecuadorian picked up a thigh injury during the goalless draw with Liverpool earlier this month, and there is still no confirmed return date. He continues to be monitored by the medical staff. Riccardo Calafiori is also ruled out. The Italian defender has been struggling with a muscle problem for several weeks and is not expected back until mid-February, with the Wigan Athletic game penciled in as a possible return. Young winger Max Dowman is also sidelined. The 16-year-old suffered an ankle injury during an under-21 friendly in December and is still a few weeks away from making a competitive comeback. The good news for Arsenal is that there are no suspension concerns ahead of this match, and rotation in midweek has left several key players fresh. Against Inter Milan, Arteta made 7 changes from the side that drew with Nottingham Forest. That decision now looks very deliberate. Martin Odegaard was given a full rest and will be completely fresh for Sunday. Ben White, Gabriel and Declan Rice all started on the bench in Italy and only featured briefly in the second half, meaning their minutes were carefully managed. All signs point to those senior players returning to the starting 11 against Manchester United. While Miles Lewis-Skelly and Christian Mosquera impressed in Milan, Arteta is likely to prioritise experience and leadership for such a high-intensity Premier League fixture. One of the biggest talking points is up front. Gabriel Jesus made a powerful statement in midweek, scoring twice and producing one of his most complete performances of the season. His movement, link-up play and ability to operate in tight spaces caused Inter real problems. Victor Gyökeres did come off the bench to score, but the balance Jesus brings could make him the preferred option from the start against United, especially against a defence that can be aggressive and physical. This match feels like a moment for Arsenal to send another message. They are top of the table, full of confidence and playing with maturity. United will be dangerous, motivated and confident after their derby win. But the Emirates Stadium has become a fortress under Arteta, especially in big games. So Arsenal fans, how are you feeling heading into this one? Should Gabriel Jesus start ahead of Gyökeres? Do you expect Arteta to go full strength or manage minutes again? And how important is this match psychologically in the title race? Drop your predictions and opinions in the comments, like the video, subscribe for daily Arsenal updates, and stay locked in because this Premier League season is entering a defining stage. Andrea Berta is close to finalising 2 very different January moves at Arsenal, and neither will involve a marquee signing. While rivals scramble for late window solutions, the Gunners' sporting director is executing a far calmer plan. With injuries easing and Mikel Arteta edging closer to a full-strength squad, Arsenal's January strategy is becoming clear. Streamline the squad, protect long-term targets, and refuse to be dragged into short-term mistakes. This has been a deliberately quiet window at the Emirates. That is not indecision, it is design. As Arsenal's injured players return, minutes are becoming harder to come by. That reality is driving Berta's focus toward outgoings rather than rushed incomings. Ethan Nwaneri is among those affected. The highly rated teenager is expected to leave on loan, with Marseille emerging as a leading destination. Arsenal believe regular senior football is essential at this stage of his development, and with competition intensifying in midfield and attack, opportunities would be limited over the coming months. Alexander Zinchenko's situation is also evolving. The Ukrainian is currently away from the club, and his future remains uncertain following candid comments from Nottingham Forest boss Sean Dyche and renewed interest from another side. While no decision has been finalised, a permanent or extended move away is increasingly plausible. For Berta, these are calculated decisions, reducing congestion without weakening the core of Arteta's squad. Away from departures, Arsenal's name continues to surface around elite-level talent, most notably Yan Diomande. Liverpool are understood to be preparing a concrete bid for the winger, with RB Leipzig making their stance brutally clear. Negotiations start at €100 million, £87 million. Caught offside report that Liverpool's pursuit is currently the most advanced, viewing Diomande as a long-term successor to Mohamed Salah. Arsenal, however, are not biting. The Gunners have tracked Diomande for 2 years and internally view him as a potential heir to Gabriel Martinelli. But Berta is reluctant to be drawn into a bidding war. With Tottenham, Chelsea and Manchester United also monitoring the situation, Arsenal's position is firm. Admiration does not equal obligation. Unless Leipzig's stance softens dramatically, Arsenal will walk away and revisit the market on their own terms. Elsewhere, Arsenal continue to be linked with Rennes centre-back Jeremy Jacquet. Chelsea appear closest to striking a deal, with personal terms reportedly agreed, though a fee remains unresolved. The expectation is growing that Jacquet stays in League One until the summer. Arsenal are monitoring developments but have not advanced talks. Bournemouth's Marcos Senesi has been mentioned as an alternative, though neither option is viewed as urgent given current defensive depth. This again reflects Berta's wider approach. No signings for the sake of movement. ESPN have reported Arsenal interest in Real Madrid playmaker Arda Güler, another name firmly filed under opportunity rather than priority. Güler began the season as an important part of Xabi Alonso's midfield plans, but his influence has waned, and uncertainty surrounds his role under incoming coach Álvaro Arbeloa. Despite this, Arsenal have no intention of forcing a January move. Any serious pursuit would be more realistic in the summer, when roles, budgets and squad needs are clearer. With less than 2 weeks of the window remaining, Arsenal are not panicking, and that is the story. Andrea Berta's first January at the club is shaping up as a lesson in restraint. Loans and exits will sharpen the squad. Long-term targets will be protected from inflated fees. And unless an exceptional opportunity presents itself, Arsenal will resist the temptation to act simply because others are moving. It may not satisfy those craving headlines. But inside the club, this is seen as the right kind of quiet.